Morning, awakening wonders. Do you see my backdrops? It means I'm innocent. How you doing? It's been a while, like. Been a while. Anything been happening? Let's go. Trying very hard to do the 5 minute not sweat thing. Trying it very hard to wonder, am I well enough for this? I don't know. But much excrement is being spoken and things need to be addressed. So we're back. Not full on Backstreet back. That'll be when we sing the song. Good morning, Awakening Wonders. Plenty of you in the comments. Nice to see yous. Sorry for being a bit late on. Good morning, Zoe. Good morning, Glasgow. Nice to see you. Right back at you, Joanne. Shazbat's in the house. Hello, right back at you. Kay's in. Whoop, right back at you. So what do you want to talk about? Yeah, me. Full disclosure, there was people belling Russell Brand about me the other week. I'm not lying. That happened, right? So, given the litigious dance that this all is, I'll be like Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible, dodging them lasers and trying not to set the traps off. So, if I'm talking in a certain way today, you can understand why, because your man here doesn't want to let her through the door, and we haven't got enough patrons to pay the legal bill. So if you want to support true independent journalism, please go to patreon.com/Cow Daily. I think that's what it is. I haven't done this for so long because I've been on my sick bed. Yes, it is. It's patreon.com/Cow Daily. Can you believe the amount of times I said that over 100 shows and I cannot even remember it now? I can, because brain fog's very real. But this isn't about COVID today. What it's about is this. For audio people, Russell Brand is Andrew Tate for Toxic Hippies. But this is the remix. Underneath there are a cow emoji, a crystal ball, a black heart, and a black flag. Let's dance the litigious game today, everybody. Why on earth did I post that very thing without those emojis recently? Why? Why could that have been a thing? There's different ways to look at that, isn't there? Honestly, I hate this. I wish I could just talk properly, but like, he's got loads of money and lots of lawyers, and we on Channel 4. But damn, son, I've been wanting to talk about this for time. I don't even know if that crossed a boundary, but fuck you. Oh no, it's 3 minutes in. It crosses YouTube boundaries. I said flip there. That's what I'm really bothered about. Anyway, before we get into this, right, tell us how yous are doing, because I understand, right, that like when this type of stuff comes up for survivors and just generally for everybody, it's heavy weather, man. So I want to know, are yous all right? And also, are you generally doing all right? Because it's been a long bloody time, hasn't it? What I'm going to do, though, in the time-honored tradition, I want you to listen to this music whilst looking at these backdrops and think and why. All will become clear. It's playing, or is it not? Look at me backdrops, man, me awakening wonders. Awaken. Get yourselves fully awakened right now. Let's have 2 minutes to reflect on what's went on. Right, what you're saying in these comments before we get into it. Glasgow, you can feel his third eye opening sound. I think that's what we need. Zoe, the cosmic is coming for me. God, you don't even know the half of it, mate. Stand in front of us for a bit. Class. Emily B. Matty, Ice Nuns. Interesting. Dancing like an angel. Joanne, 2 seconds. I'm going to take the music off because I can't be reading serious comments with the music on. Right. Joanna's saying, I was groomed a couple of times and didn't know the weight I've managed to shake off since this shite is huge. It wasn't my fault. Quite right, mate. It's not your fault. And I think that's what we need to get across. One of the reasons why I decided to come back and do this is I've seen a hell of a lot of people go and ride or die for Brand. Some people doing it before the allegations were even announced or published, by the way, which is just, well, not great, is it? Not great. But Joanne, all love to you, mate, as ever. If you ever want to talk, you know where I am, mate. Good to see you, Leon. Nice to see you finally here. Hi, everybody. Me miss my daily milk and everyone. Does this sound all right? Because I'm getting a little bit of clipping in my audio, and obviously we haven't been on for a while, so it's why I was a bit late starting the day. Like things like battery ran out on the mouse. Have I turned the settings to the microphone? All the basics that you forget all about. Craig stood in the house 23 hours a week. Can we get some faster music? I'll stick some Nas and Bluetooth on for later. Well, I would do, but it'll be copyright claimed. Hold on, I'll see if there's anything on the thing. Nah, I would. Right, what else? What else we got? Fuzzy Lou's in the house. Have you looked at the new energy bill coming through? They want every house to have a smart meter and every home to be kept to an energy rating. If no comply, huge fine or jail to take your house. I haven't, mate, but if you want to inbox us some stuff on that, we're back now, so we'll get some of this covered on the show. Carlos, nice to see you. Cosmic Hippies would love that music. Yes, they would, Awakening Wonders. They love things. Now you may see some of the subliminals we've been dropping in for quite some time. I'm going to make him sound like Zippy today because that's the best voice for him. Right. Matty's saying it's only ever their fault, never yours, matey. Nice one, man. Director Joanne, of course. Glasgow, I'm doing better now. It's past the transplant anniversary. I'm not having to think about London for yonder. Glad to see you back. Hope you're well too. You've been getting a lot of shit lately. I have, mate. I'm hoping for you that you're going to get your bone marrow if you need it. Also let me know and we'll do a donor drive as well. I'll get a test myself, and if I can give it to you. I actually looked into what the impact would be on health. I need to look a bit more into people who've had like long-term health conditions. Sorry, me flies down. No connection. I just wanted to put it up there. This is how much of a Keystone Cops Mon I've had. But anyway, I was looking at about bone marrow and that, and I'll get tested. And if we're a match, you can have it, mate. And we'll put it out on our social media asking for that as well. Just holler at your boy if that's what's required. Apparently it won't, somebody who's healthy, it won't impact them too much. It would take like, say, a month or something to recover, maybe 6 weeks or maybe slightly longer. It's all right if you're alive. Good news. So Lizanne is saying, certainly explains a swerve to the alt-right. We're coming to this. Don't you worry, there's plenty. Kay's saying it wasn't my fault. It's the most powerful statement and necessary. Long journey to get there, though. Props to you. Definitely, without a doubt. Right. People are saying the sound is fine. Lovely. Stephen Jackson, nice to see you, pal. Nice one, Craig. Paul Foot. Liz Truss makes my piss boil. Me too, my friend. If anything in particular, send it to us. Marky's in. I've stepped away from social media for a while. Nice to see you back. Love and peace. Right back at you, mate. And I don't blame you, but don't worry. We're back and we'll all coalesce around this. We'll just coalesce around this. Like, absolute toxicity of social media with people like generally going on ridiculous, but also on this particular topic, Brand and everything. Honestly, some people just make it sick. Matty's saying words on the screen. Read them. Speak to him. So he's saying any help would be Glasgow. Definitely. Well, if you want me on, definitely am. Health's still the top. I'm happy to be open about that, but thanks. That's an amazing offer. I just come on, mate. It's an open door for you. Well happy. Legend right back at you, Craig. Nice one. And Liz and Fuzzy Lou saying there's hardly anything about in the news. I heard on a podcast you showed me this fella has his stuff removed from YouTube quite often. Sends it, where angels fear to tread and all that. That's what we're all about. Right. Russell Brand is Andrew Tate for toxic hippies. Change my mind. Nah, it's not Crowder. what we got? Right, I just want to address this first. Matthew Lawrence on our page, innocent until proven guilty. Trial by media does not count. Personally speaking, I want to see everybody before the courts who has been alleged with credible evidence. It should be. But here's your court. So this is from Dr. J. Watts. You shouldn't speak until it's gone to court. 60 to 95,000 people are raped per year in the UK. 15,670 offences become police recorded crimes. 3,850 offences become detections, recorded crimes that proceed to court. 2,110 people face court proceedings. 1,070 convicted. Kind of speaks for itself. Here's more. 67,169 rapes were recorded by police in 2022. By the end of the year, charges had been brought in just 1,276, 1.9% of these cases. This means that less than 2 in 100 rapes recorded by police in 2022 resulted in a charge that same year, let alone a conviction. To give you a sense of scale, on the screen for audio people is a graphic which just shows the amount of falsely accused, which is an infinitesimally small amount at the bottom, and towards the top we see that the conviction rate is utterly shit. So I absolutely want to see Brand before the courts, not civil courts, criminal courts. These are criminal acts that have been alleged. So as we've seen with the comment that was put on our social media, which is reflective of thousands, millions even of comments across the internet, as you can see, sometimes you've got to go via the media. I mean, you look at the Savile case as one prime example here. That all went through the media first. Now, it's not optimum, and I think that's the failing of our judicial system, definitely the police. I mean, look at the absolute plight of the Met Police. We don't need to go through all the intensely triggering cases that link to their staff and officers, shall we say. So, yeah, there's a massive lack of trust there. Listen, people who tune into this know that Cow Daily was set up as a response to the mainstream media. But here's the thing. To get stuff like that to air and to publish around Brand, their legal stuff has to be cast iron, right? Absolutely bang on this particular topic. Check it out. What else do we have? Right, there's something that I wanted to point out, and shouts to Fellowship of the Memes, Glasgow. I'm just going to pick some of your memes up because it really demonstrates things in a great way. So the Drake meme at the top, calling out sexual predators based on the evidence of their victims. Drake meme at the bottom, believing The Matrix is manufacturing evidence that someone with a history of being a misogynistic creep who was on an avoid list for female colleagues is a rapist, alleged. Memes are sometimes the best, aren't they? Memes sometimes show us things in a way that is easier to digest. For people who haven't lost their fucking minds 13 minutes in, fucking first F-bomb. There's a second. Fuck me. There's the third. That's the crack, though, isn't it? It's like pulling that up. People, before these allegations were even published on Saturday morning, because Brand did a getting ahead of it video, which I'm not playing, on Friday night. According to the journalist, he'd been given 8 days right to reply before, and these lawyers asked for more time. He didn't respond to them. He just went to social media and did the Andrew Tate Trump move. And also, it's not even that. I mean, it's like he's lawyers and he'll have PR people behind him. It's like a classic PR move. Just get ahead of it. And that's what he's done. It's grim, isn't it? I mean, it's ultra grim. Look, you know I've been criticizing this Muppet on here for a long time. And I'm going to dance the litigious dance, right? There's reasons why. And there's a variety of reasons why. I'll show you some of the other reasons in a moment if you're new here. But we'll stick on task for one. This is from Sarcastabat on Twitter. Every single one of you cunts defending Russell Brand will have a friend, family member, or colleague who has been sexually assaulted. The reason men get away with it because of attitudes like yours. 98% of rapists never even face charges. Fuck you. I'd just like to echo that sentiment there from Sarcastic Twat. It's sometimes the people with the best names who say the best things. Yeah. Fuck you. Basically, I'm sick and tired of seeing people before there was even any allegations out. They're the worst of the worst. But seeing them get their story in order before there's even any allegations out, it's a bit of a tell. Like, it's a bit of a tell that you maybe weren't interested in the evidence, and certainly not the survivors. You know, like, these are serious allegations, and we'll list some of them off. There's a rape kit from LA, right? So there's physical evidence. So people in a Warner, right? So the people stinking up our social media and wider, right? There's your answer. Where's the evidence? There is evidence. Did you even look at the evidence? Did you even absorb what's being said, or did you just do your own research by, oh yeah, you do. It was just Russell Brand, and that's who you go to for all your news. So you go into your news about him now being the news. Mad. And again, people were ringing him up directly about me a couple of weeks ago. So I'm dancing through this. But pass this on to him. Fuck you, Brand, you fucking arsehole. I can say that. I'll say that to your fucking face, you fucking prick. Fucking honestly, man, ringing people up because I've criticized him about this. So this is another thing to his, oh, you know, it's just the Matrix going after you. Right, the Bilderberg Group. All these conspiracy theorists know what that is, right? I'm not going deep into this. If go on youtube.com/Cow Daily, there's a few bits that we've been doing for a long time about Russell Brand, right? So the Bilderberg Group, right? Shadowy, let's say, establishment group which does not publish minutes of the meeting, yet has these people here. Peter Mandelson, chairman of Global Council, chairman of Lazard International, was there in 2013 in Hertfordshire at the same time as Peter Thiel, president of Thiel Capital, also one of the biggest investors in Rumble, who signed Russell Brand. So we've been going on about this for a while. If you awakening wonders, and look, I've made you feel at home with all these lovely backdrops for you. If you awakening wonders would like to do your own research for, I don't know, the 30 seconds it took for me to find out that Peter Thiel is proper establishment and uses mouthpieces like Russell Brand to attack other areas of the establishment which he is not part of. But as we've seen with Corbyn, if the establishment is challenged from the outside, then they form like Voltron and all of them attack the outside threat. So riddle me this, you absolute dilemmas. How on earth is somebody working for the establishment being attacked by the establishment? Is he being attacked by another faction of this? No, he's no. What's happened is, right? Listen very carefully. These allegations have been flying. Oh, man. Nah, can it? One day, though, right? Fucking one day. One day. Honestly, fuck this law. Anyway, Peter Thiel's data company Palantir is poaching health service experts as it eyes a deal worth up to $1 billion. This is from an article titled "Tech Bosses Know the Real Prize is Privatizing the NHS's Future" from the New Statesman on the 10th of June 2022. It reminds us of a book called Jennifer Government, right, where the corporations effectively are running things. So riddle me this, right? The man who wants to privatize the NHS and is hand in glove with Peter Mandelson, who is establishment to his core, who attended the Bilderberg Group in 2013 with Peter Thiel, one of Brand's main funders, but yet he's being attacked by the establishment. He is the establishment. He's one faction of the establishment's mouthpiece. One of them. You got paid a substantial amount of money to go there. Honestly, man, what are you on about? Anyway, it goes on. This isn't just coming from the right. There's people on the left doing this too. And it does me head in more than you'll ever know. And you don't even know the conversations I've been having offline. Honestly. So anyway, Spotless Marks here on Twitter says, whatever Russell Brand did or did not do, I will not overlook that he is at this moment in history the sworn enemy of the ruling elite, and especially the corporate-owned mainstream media that broke this story. I've replied, one of his main funders is far-right billionaire Peter Thiel. On what basis do you overlook that? And that's the thing, right? These absolute knobs are like overlooking all of this, which is ironic because they're asking us to do their own research. Do our own research. Done it, been doing it, told you I've been doing it, shown you it, made no difference to you. So it's not really about that, is it, you fucking fools? Look at this shit, man. So from the right, this is why this is Gunter Eagleman on Twitter, some right-wing mouthpiece. This is why Russell Brand has been persecuted by the left. Picture Donald Trump's son with Russell Brand, and I don't know who the wifey is in the middle, but she'll be some far-right ghoul as well. No, mate. And it's where is the BBC left wing? News to me. Channel 4 dispatches, left wing. I think anybody who's been paying attention knows that that's a load of shite. And here's the thing, right? Brand has a different audience now. He's got the straggly husk of the left, like the mad element of it. And he's got all these far-right Americans. And the left being, I think, specific to the UK, like certain. I mean, here's a great example, right? 2 seconds. I'll just lob this up. I'll put the share screen on, and then I'm going to show you something that the communists have been saying. So we'll have a look. Where are you? Here we are. The communists, the actual goddamn communists, have been saying this. So what it says here, there is no freedom of speech. There is monopoly mainstream media which dances to the tune of corporate capital. This is on a retweet from Russell Brand's like getting ahead of it video, by the way, from the Communist Party of Great Britain. This is monopoly mainstream media which dances to the tune of corporate capital and is generally owned by billionaire capitalists who have the same interests as corporate capital. Word salad. This is why Julian Assange has been in prison for life. Absolute bullshit. For telling the truth and exposing British and US imperialist war crimes and lies. That's such a false equivalence. I don't even know what to tell you. Any effective voice that exposes the mainstream narrative of corporate capitalism, as Russell Brand, for example, or the Duran or Brian Beletic or Scott Ritter, and of course any real working class leader, anti-imperialist, I'll talk about centering yourself, the communists. Shut up, man. Or scientific social theatre or party will come under attack. Ultimately, your salvation will be the overthrow of the bourgeoisie, the monopoly, capitalist, ruling class seeks domination, not democracy or free speech. We need a manifesto for this Christ. We have one. Together we blah, blah, blah. Listen, you've linked your manifesto there, communists, and I guarantee you can use your arse to wipe it with after coming out in support of this absolute dilemma. What is wrong with these people, man? Like, seriously? Like, even just on, like being classy, like showing some class, like leaving this to like play out, not jumping on it before it's even been alleged. I mean, what the hell is this? People need to really get a grip. Like, did Me Too not happen? And I don't mean like the sort of and the way it's been like toxified. I mean the conversations that it started, the nature of consent. I don't even feel like I need to go into this. We all know. We were all there for the conversations. Absolutely disgusting. If you'd like to subscribe to the YouTube channel and help after this long period of illness, get it going once again until the next long period of illness. I hope not. I really do. But I like making jokes. So here we are. Go to youtube.com/cow daily. Cow to the daily. Also, if you want to support my work, go to patreon.com/cow daily. That's patreon.com/cow daily. Sorry, I've got a runny nose. Getting kind of cold. Also, PayPal link in the description if you want to make a one-off donation to our work, which hopefully won't be put into a non-existent legal fund. Well, these grasses, Bellum. Go fuck yourself. Alias. Every one of the all yous. Fuck off. Anyway, here's his Russell Brand's supporters. Elon Musk, Andrew Tate, and Tucker Carlson support Russell Brand after sex assault claims, says New York Post. Interesting people you're dancing with. Here's one, and it was pointed out by Sean from Real News. Great lad. If Russell Brand is so innocent, then why doesn't he come out and disavow Andrew Tate and all of these other wrong-uns right here? And especially if he's a decent lad. But he's not gonna. That's not what he's going to do. That's not who he is, apparently. From the Indy100.com, Andrew Tate supports Russell Brand as comedian denies very serious allegations. Another great meme from the Fellowship of the Memes, one of the best meme dealers out there. The allegations are false, says Brand. A respondent, you sued the Sun newspaper for claiming you cheated on your girlfriend. Why don't you sue Channel 4 dispatchers? I don't like describing memes, but like watch it if you're on the audio. Brand's not happy in the lower meme. So that's a crack, isn't it? Shouts to Fellowship of the Memes there. There's a canary in the coal mine. Let's see who he comes out and sues, because he's got a history of being a litigious little fucking prick. Haven't you, Russell? Who are you going to sue? Who are you going to sue? Actually, let's see what... Right, so Rebecca Boynton is saying here, Russell Brand has known this day was coming, and this is her allegations I'd like to point out. Russell Brand has known this day was coming for him since October 2017. Since then, he strategically cultivated and groomed a new mentally malleable cult following that distrusts both women and the media so he can continue getting high on his other drug of choice, the spotlight. This creator here knocks it out of the park. This is the creator here. Let me play it. It's 2.5 minutes long, so we can have our brews. Listen to what this woman has to say, because, quite frankly, she's far better placed than I, as a man, to describe how any of this feels. So let us play it. And I shall see you back here in 2.5 minutes, friends.
There's a couple of things that I want to say about this Russell Brand in plain sight Channel 4 Dispatches documentary. The first is, if you don't think that Russell Brand has been waiting for this day to arrive since Me Too, you are beyond help, my friend. Of course he's known since Me Too started that there are women out there who have stuff on him, and that it's only a matter of time before they come forward and expose him for what he is. He's not an idiot. He has known that this day was coming, and so he's had the incentive over the last few years to cultivate a following of people who distrust the media, who think that the media are out to get Russell Brand and that they'll do anything that they can to do that. And that's what he's been doing since Me Too started. That's the only way that he avoids being cancelled. That's the only way that this guy with a God complex cultivates this following of people who will disbelieve anything the media put out about him because they don't trust the media. He has everything to gain from doing that, and that's exactly what he's done successfully. And the second thing that I want to say about this is, these women have come forward with their evidence and they've kept their identities hidden. And it's really easy to presume that the reason that they've kept their identities hidden is because they're afraid of Russell Brand. And I would not blame them for that. They have no doubt seen what happens to women who come forward and make accusations against men like Russell Brand. Their entire lives are ripped apart. These women could have families now. We know that at least one of them, Alice, who started a relationship with Brand when she was 16 and can see that now for what it was, grooming, is working in television. And we don't know in what capacity she's working in television. She could be behind the scenes, but she could also be a celebrity. And if she was, and she revealed her identity, the public would 100% say that she was looking for attention, that she's making this up to make herself famous. that she's not telling the truth. She's just trying to ride off Russell Brand's popularity in order to seek fame for herself. So whilst it's easy to presume that these women did not expose their identities because they're afraid of Russell Brand, we should also consider that they might have done that so that the evidence stands on its own and nobody can accuse them of just wanting fame, notoriety, attention, money. They have nothing to gain. Absolutely nothing to gain from coming forward with their evidence. And still, we see the public wanting to believe this guy with the God complex, the one who has everything to lose and everything to gain in this scenario over the multiple women with the same story and the evidence.
Get up. That's what you need. Tell them. That was at Feminist for Everyone on TikTok. Paul says, okay, she's hit the nail on the head. Agreed. Matty saying, Defo has God complex. I said that in my last when we watched this. Leon saying, I just put a sudden flip of ideals down to the Thiel money, but this makes so much more sense. And again, I'm sharing these things. These are the allegations or opinions of at Feminist for Everyone, who's published it on her platform, and we share it on that basis. So as a saying, his smoke screen and damage limitation tactics are a red flag in itself. It's not great, mate, is it? Not great. Right. Just there's a real tell quite often by people's profile pictures, and it's when your da has one like this. I withdraw my consent to be governed by any corrupt, compromised, belligerent criminal parliament or government. I will not comply. Cheers, mate. Anybody who's got anything like that, I think it's virtually 100% likely that they think Russell Brand's been targeted by the fucking Matrix. So watch out for that. It's like a bat signal for arseholes. Anyway, Captain Bundy on Twitter says, this Russell Brand conspiracy goes deeper than you could ever imagine. The mainstream media and the deep state have been subtly planting these allegations by having several people tell me about them a decade or so before he started to uncover their secrets. Is Captain Bundy saying that? Others, not too far away from here, could say that too. But obviously, as other people have commented elsewhere from here, and I repeat those allegations, there was something called, I can't even say it legally. Right, Mariel Barrymore, this is what they do. Great. Traps and how to recognize them. Been doing that a while, Russell. Go fuck yourself. Conspiracy theorists be like, question everything. Also conspiracy theorists, when the people start questioning their theories, no, this isn't how you're supposed to play the game. Have you noticed, right? Because I decided to go freedom or death when I was on my fucking deathbed the other week, like, and just went after total arseholes, let's say, by the Facebook page. Have you noticed that when somebody does their own research and shows them the evidence which debunks their absolute bollocks, they just double down, they flip the script and move the goalposts. And I'll tell you part of why. It's like the conspiracy theory scene about 10 years ago, like it was all obviously infiltrated before, but it's just infiltrated 2 bits now. And if you were a secret agency or whatever, you would do that. Like, it would be silly not to do that, wouldn't it? It would be silly not to, like, infiltrate the independent media, for example, which is happening and has happened previously and is happening now. So you would expect that to happen. You know, dancing around this is hard, man. Anyway, Nate Bear. Actually, we'll come to Nate in a minute. I just want to add something. In the whole series of Who's Your Mate, this one here is a belter. So Tucker Carlson, Andrew Tate, Elon Musk, and now Alex Jones have come to the defense of Russell Brand, who was credibly accused of rape and sexual harassment by 4 women. Hell of a bunch of character witnesses. Who is this?
I know Russell Brand personally. I knew him back when he was married to Katy Perry. He's come on the show a few times. We've hung out some in Austin. I've never seen women throw themselves and anybody like with him.
Fuck off with that shit.
And I mean, I've seen the old footage of Elvis with women pulling their panties off, throwing them. It's like that, okay? At restaurants, at one of his events I went to, it was.
Right, I'm just going to stop that. And I know it's Alex Jones that I'm like criticizing here. So, you know, it's almost like not worth it. But Jesus Christ, that kind of stuff, right? It just boils my absolute piss. Like, so what? Women have thrown themselves at the man. So fucking what? What has that got to do with him being a rapist? At all? Nothing. Nothing fucking whatsoever. At all. Anybody can be raped. Do you know why? Because rapists exist, you fucking tool bag. Now pay the Sandy Hook families, you fucking cunt.
Literally women jumping at us, okay? And he's a big guy in person. No one ever accused him for the last 15 years of assault. They say he's a big sweetheart. And now because he comes out against Big Pharma,
honestly,
he comes out against the globalists, he comes out against the New World Order, suddenly the allegations are happening to him. Hey.
Right, here's the thing, and let's just get this straight once and for fucking all, right? People have been alleging things. They have, right? But certain people have got deep fucking pockets. These cunts, man. Alex Jones is your mate now. Who's your mate, Russell? Alex fucking Jones. Honestly, like, I'm going to try hard to calm down because I'm feeling very emotionally reactive. There's reasons for that and things that have went on. Just one thing I want to illustrate, right, about how Russell Brand's audience, let's call it, have shifted to the right. On the left of your screen, Russell Brand put a poll out, 530,000 votes. Whose lies are most dangerous? Donald Trump got 12%, Biden 88%. I personally think they're both full of shit, but this operates as a guide because previously it would have been the other way around. Also, if face mask mandates were reintroduced, would you wear one again? 91% said they wouldn't, 9% said they would. The reason I use that one is because obviously public health mitigations have been desperately politicized, and generally people on the right to far right are programmed to be against masks by far-right billionaires. So that's why, much like the far-right billionaire who funds Russell Brand being Peter Thiel, how on earth these people are still claiming that they're anti-establishment is beyond me. Beyond me. But here they are, still doing it. Horrible, fashy little dafties. Livy Tarasco, go fuck yourselves. I've asked her why specifically. This was on a Russell Brand post. I just thought you'd pointed out. Livy Tarasco says we've all got to fuck ourselves. So everybody go fuck yourselves. Livy said so. Oh yeah, she's like pals with Brand or something. Heisties, coming soon. Don't get it twisted. Right, we'll take some of your comments, everybody. Jenny Schramm, morning. Very disappointed with a lot of people on the left right now. Same, mate. They can all kiss our collective arses, but it's best that we know who's who and what's what, particularly after Me Too. Mental. Jacqueline saying, nice to see you, pal. Nice to see you back. Look at Savile. The establishment knew the things he was capable of, but they still kept it under the rug until his death. They very much did. There's also reasons for these things. Right, what else we got? Kay is saying, going public about abuse is one of the most heart-wrenchingly vulnerable things someone can do. Imagine thinking they'd choose to put themselves through that as a way of just getting a bit of attention. I hear what you're saying, mate. And as we saw with those charts earlier, we shouldn't forget that people do falsely accuse. And as we've seen in that case in Barrow, the far right quite often jump on it and amplify it. Notable that Tommy Robinson was one of Brand's first supporters. Strange that, isn't it? So we shouldn't discount that. That does happen, and it does ruin lives too. But relative to, as we saw in the charts before, it's infinitesimally small. Yet it's disproportionately brought up by wrong-uns. Bit of a red flag happening at the moment, isn't it? And you're quite right. I mean, I've seen it myself. Like, people go in public, it's absolutely heart-wrenching. And for people to like lump in the same box as the harpies, the odd harpy that does do false allegations, then I mean, the thing is for me as well, right? The whole classlessness of this all, people like just fucking like before that, I cannot get over before the allegations were even published, people are defending him. I just can't get over it. Right, Paul Foot. Hello, Paul. Nice to see you, mate. Okay, our last said this about Brad. He just panders to whatever's the popular zeitgeist and regurgitates words said by other people. Well, he does, but he does it selectively because he doesn't like include the whole picture. He includes certain sources, cherry-picked to form a narrative, which is the prevailing narrative, which gets views. That's literally it from his perspective. And all of this money that he got for signing with Rumble, which I was told, and I don't give a fuck about like breaking confidence now, was £1 for every YouTube subscriber that he's got. Go fuck yourselves, ringing people up on his fucking dick. What else? Katrina Conley saying, I'm grateful for what you're doing on this subject, but this has triggered me for that reason. I'm signing off with thank you. So important you do this. I appreciate you that you're saying that, Katrina. I appreciate you being here to witness it, and I also appreciate you practicing self-care and going. Anybody else as well, if this is doing that for you as well, please, just because it's the first show back, please log off. We'll be here for you on other days as well, covering other things. And it's right that Katrina's doing that. So forget views, forget all of that. Look after yourselves, man, and it's why I've wrote about that, and I do this now. But much love to you, Katrina, and everybody else who's suffering because of this. Right. Who else have we got? People just talking about weed and that. You hot ass talking about drugs. Nah, I got a bit of strawberry cookies yesterday. Absolutely top. 75% sativa. Gang. Oh, man. People slamming doors and that. First show back, man. Where's the respect? Ha. Get out. Anyway, we're coming back with some hoisties. There's been all manner of hoisty stuff going on. So just like stay tuned. You know I had to do this, and there's a hell of a lot more that I wanted to say than this, but there's a legal process going on. And also, we've got to keep it classy, man. People have been affected and hurt by these alleged actions. And also the thousands upon thousands of women who get hurt by, like as Katrina quite accurately pulled up there. So on that, I think we better sign off for today. The next one we'll do more of like a hangout one and like say hello and catch up properly. But you now had to come back and do this. Now I don't know when the next one's going to be because, as I said from the top, I'm not 100%. So I'll just play it day by day. But this had to happen. Trust me, this had to happen. I'm not letting people away like talking that shit like this. And also at the same time, trust me. And this isn't to the people who are here today. I don't know, there might be actually. I don't know. Do not ever in your life make things personal, because then the world changes. Know what I'm saying? Anyway. Really great to see you. Generally, it is. I'm just trying to de-roll from all of that crazy energy and just to talk to you good people. Seriously, love every single one of you. And thank you to the people who've been in touch during this latest bout of illness. It's meant the world to us. Right, I'm going to get off, get this uploaded, and I'm going to go and have a walk and get some fresh air, because this type of stuff, this type of topic, and definitely this person just leaves us feeling sick. I'll see you later.